After the controversial teaser released by Disney, finally, The Little Mermaid, one of the most controversial films since its announcement, has been released. The real question here is whether this adaptation will live up to the expectations of being one of Disney's oldest characters. Well, all that and more will finally be answered today. So grab some snacks, sit back, and most importantly, subscribe to stay up to date with the top releases of the year. Because today, from the depths, The Little Mermaid has arrived. It all begins in the middle of the ocean, where a crew is shown harpooning what appears to be mermaids. Here we meet Prince Eric, who intervenes upon realizing that they were actually attacking dolphins. Sir Will Smith, Eric's protector and advisor, notices an approaching storm and urges him to return to port before something bad happens. He warns Eric that there have been numerous shipwrecks in those seas. He is right because suddenly, a wave hits the ship, causing Eric's spyglass to fall into the sea and eventually reach the depths where we see the Mermaid Kingdom. The mermaids live in harmony with marine life. Here we meet Triton's 7 daughters, each representing a different ocean. Triton, the king of the sea, likes to impregnate mermaids wherever he goes, and they gather around him to inform him about the situation in their respective oceans. When King Triton notices Ariel's absence, he asks Sebastian, one of his closest friends, where she is. Sebastian informs him that he tried to notify her about this important meeting, but she simply ignored him. Triton sends Sebastian to find her. At the same time, we see Ariel finding the spyglass and being accompanied by Flounder, her other close friend. Ariel's curiosity leads her to investigate a sunken ship. Inside, Ariel finds a fork and, believing it to be a mini trident, decides to keep it as a treasure. Ariel is convinced that nothing bad will happen, but at that moment, they are attacked by a shark. They swim at full speed, trying to use the ship as a barrier, but the shark easily destroys the wood. Nevertheless, Ariel and Flounder manage to escape unharmed. Everything seems fine, and Flounder is confident until they are approached by a seagull named Scuttle. Scuttle examines the fork, and Ariel asks her what its function is, believing that since Scuttle lives on the surface, she must be familiar with such objects. Scuttle has no idea, but to avoid looking foolish, she tells Ariel that it is a comb. Meanwhile, Sebastian the Crab reminds Ariel of her royal duties and obligations and tells her to attend the important meeting. Ariel knows that if she doesn't go, she will be punished, so she reluctantly obeys. From there, we observe Ursula, the villain of the movie and Triton's sister, watching Ariel's every move through an eel portal. Ursula is a ruthless and evil character who even devours a live shrimp. She holds a grudge against Triton for being exiled to the depths for 15 years. Now, seeing Ariel's obsession with humanity, Ursula realizes she has an opportunity to take revenge by using Ariel's love for Eric against Triton. After Ariel reunites with Triton, Flounder accidentally reveals the situation they encountered with the shark. Ariel excuses herself, claiming that she just wants to learn more about humans. Triton reminds her that humans are dangerous, and he will never allow her to get close to them. Meanwhile, Eric agrees with Triton and mentions his desire to open his island to the world, something his family has always been against. Suddenly, a storm intensifies, causing the ship to rock violently. Ariel, overwhelmed by her curiosity and longing for the human world, decides to take matters into her own hands. She sneaks out of the palace and swims towards the surface, determined to explore the human world for herself. Unbeknownst to her, Ursula continues to observe her every move, eagerly waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. As Ariel emerges from the water, she finds herself enchanted by the sights and sounds of the human world. She witnesses a grand celebration taking place on Prince Eric's island, where people are dancing and singing joyously. Among the crowd, Ariel's eyes meet Eric's, and she feels an instant connection. Fascinated by their interaction, Ursula realizes that Ariel's infatuation with Eric is the key to her revenge. Back in the sea, Sebastian frantically informs King Triton of Ariel's disappearance. Triton, filled with worry and anger, sets out to find his beloved daughter and bring her back safely. He knows the dangers that lurk in the human world and fears for Ariel's well-being. Meanwhile, Ariel finds herself caught in a whirlwind romance with Eric. They spend time together, exploring the island and sharing their dreams and aspirations. Eric is captivated by Ariel's innocence and beauty, while she is enchanted by his kindness and adventurous spirit. However, Ariel's secret identity as a mermaid remains concealed, causing a constant inner struggle within her. As their bond deepens, Ursula seizes the opportunity to make her move. She transforms herself into a beautiful enchantress named Vanessa and uses her powers to entice Eric into falling in love with her. Ariel, heartbroken and devastated, watches from afar as Eric seems bewitched by Vanessa's charm. She realizes that she must find a way to break Ursula's spell and reveal her true identity to Eric. With the help of her friends, Flounder and Sebastian, Ariel formulates a plan to save Eric from Ursula's clutches. They race against time, battling treacherous storms and facing dangerous obstacles to reach Eric and expose Vanessa's true nature. Along the way, Ariel discovers her own strength and determination, realizing that true love goes beyond appearances and lies. In a climactic final showdown, Ariel confronts Ursula, reclaiming her voice and revealing her mermaid form to Eric. With the combined efforts of her friends and the power of love, Ursula's wicked plans are thwarted and she is defeated once and for all. Triton arrives just in time to witness Ariel's bravery and selflessness, realizing that her happiness lies in both worlds. In the end, Ariel and Eric are united, their love prevailing over the challenges they faced. Triton, touched by his daughter's growth and maturity, grants her the freedom to explore both the human and underwater realms. The ocean rejoices as Ariel becomes a symbol of hope and unity between the two worlds. The Little Mermaid concludes with a powerful message about self-discovery, the acceptance of differences, and the transformative power of love. As the credits roll, viewers are left with a sense of enchantment and a reminder that dreams can come true, even in the face of adversity.